There's something quite interesting that happens in the Creole language where the verb to be does not always exist. For example, if I take the phrase, I am tired, see that am in the middle there? I am tired. That is the verb to be in the first person singular when you're using I, right? In Creole, we would say moins las, depending on your Creole. Some people may use fatigué, but we would use moins las. As we can see, where is that verb to be? It's not found. If I want to say I'm hungry, moins faim, moins faim. There is no verb to be. We call this word in the middle, am, is, are, and so on, the copula. Basically ties the subject to its complement. Now, English, as we've seen, already has that single copula, but for us, it's not to say that it's just not there at all. Yes, it's not there, but it means that it is already implied in what we're saying. There are many Creole languages and other languages that are not actually Creoles that are referred to as a zero copula language. It just means that there is an absence of an explicit auxiliary verb. In a lot of the English-based Creoles, or patois, we could say, instead of saying I am tired, yeah, I'm tired. No. It will mostly be like I tired, right? Depending on whether you use I or me or something else. And this is an example of the zero copula. Now, while some languages have zero copula sometimes, which is like mine, my Creole language, English has a single copula. There are other languages which have a double copula. For example, like Spanish, there are two ways to present the verb to be. However, what's interesting about that is that English used to have two different ways to represent the verb to be. They were called raison and beon. But what's interesting is that we still use parts of these today in English, which we will take a look at in a separate video. Now back to what I was saying, we do use the verb to be sometimes in Creole and it's actually present. If I say in Creole, he is a singer, I will say, il sait en chanter. Il sait en chanter. He is a singer. Say in this case would represent our verb to be. This means to be in Creole. And as we know the conjugation for the verb to be in English, it represents the is. While I can use the verb to be in this sentence, in other sentences in Creole, like I am tired, moins las, that copula is not found. And of course, there are reasons for this, which has to do a lot with stative verbs and adjectives and so on.